You know the big ones. Jungle Hunter, Wolf, City Hunter, all iconic, all legendary. We've all seen the spine rip in slow motion. But what about the others? Those who didn't get the screen time or panel space but still left a mark. This video isn't about the poster boys, it's about the overlooked Yautja warriors who've been quietly dominating their corners of the universe, whether in comics or games. Some redefined what a predator could be. Others went down swinging and took half a planet with them. Let's give them their due. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Devil, the first Yautja in comics. Before the Predator franchise expanded into sprawling mythologies and cinematic universes, there was Devil, the first Yautja to appear in Dark Horse Comics' Predator line. Introduced in Predator Concrete Jungle 1989, and later featured in Predator Dark River, Devil set the tone for the franchise's darker narratives. Initially a typical Yautja, his story took a grim turn when he was abandoned by his clan. The event shattered even his strong psyche, leading to a breakdown and his transformation into a Bad Blood, a term for Yautja who violate their species' code of honor. Devil showed a sadistic pleasure in tormenting his victims, often mimicking their dying cries and animal sounds. Behavior noted by protagonist John Schaefer. His arsenal included standard Yautja gear, a biomask, wrist blades, and a plasma caster, but his deadliest weapon was his psychological warfare. He's iconic because he introduced the concept of the Bad Blood, adding thematic depth to the franchise and paving the way for future explorations of the Yautja's mental and moral complexities. Devil's legacy is a haunting reminder that even the most disciplined warriors can fall into darkness. Lightstepper, the one-armed predator who defeated the first Predalien. Lightstepper made his debut in Aliens vs. Predator Blood Time, published in Dark Horse Comics number 25 in September 1994. Created by writer Randy Stradley and artist Philip Norwood, Lightstepper is a member of Top Knot's clan, a group of Yautja known for their rigorous hunting traditions. His initiation hunt took place on a xenomorph-infested planet, where he faced off against a drone. The battle was brutal to say the least. The man lost his right hand and a portion of his lower left mandible. Despite these devastating injuries, he managed to kill the xenomorph using his wrist blades. However, his rival, Two Stripes, attempted to claim the kill as his own. That probably wasn't the smartest move. It led to Two Stripes' exile once the truth was revealed. Lightstepper's resilience and prowess earned him the status of a blooded hunter. He later appeared in Aliens vs. Predator Duel 1995, where he led a hunting party on planet Ryushi. There he encountered colonial marines and battled a Predalien, the first of its kind depicted in the franchise. Despite being the sole survivor of his team, Lightstepper succeeded in killing the hybrid creature, thanks to his exceptional combat skills. In Alien vs. Predator War 1995, Lightstepper is seen wearing a USMC flag as a bandana over his missing hand. This act caused tension with Machiko Noguchi, who had integrated into Yautja society, and led her to question his allegiance. He was equipped with standard Yautja weaponry, a biomask, wrist blades, combi stick, and cloaking device. Lightstepper's defining traits are his resilience and honor, because rising from a wounded novice to a seasoned leader is no easy journey. And for his significance in Predator lore, we thank him. Mega City 1 Predator, the Yautja who challenged the law. The Mega City 1 Predator debuted in the 1997 crossover comic series Predator vs. Judge Dredd. While this story is non-canon, it remains a fan favorite for its bold concept, pitting the galaxy's deadliest hunter against the iron-fisted law of the future. This particular Yautja wasn't on a routine hunt, he was dying, and with the end closing in, he set his sights on a final proving ground, the chaotic sprawl of Mega City 1. Choosing the ruins of old New York as his launch point, he stalked the city's judges like trophies, beginning with Judge Rourke, armed with a cloaking device, wrist blades, plasma caster, and a unique Hawaiian sling-style combi stick. He tore through his targets. His kills felt almost ritualistic and deliberate. He even took their badges as symbols of conquered law. This predator wasn't just hunting prey, he was challenging order itself, and Judge Dredd became his ultimate opponent. Their final showdown in a cathedral was brutally poetic, sealing this Yautja's legacy as one who defined the end of his life on his own terms. And while he may have been stubborn and prideful, no other Yautja has shown this level of fearless resolve. His goal was simple: one last worthy death, and he nearly got it. City Hunter, the urban predator who redefined the hunt. The City Hunter, also known as Ghost, made his cinematic debut in Predator 2, 1990, set in a dystopian 1997 Los Angeles. As a young and newly blooded Yautja from the Lost Tribe, he was dispatched to Earth to prove his worth amid the urban chaos of gang wars and a relentless heat wave. Unlike his predecessor, the Jungle Hunter, City Hunter embraced the complexities of the urban environment. He targeted gang members, law enforcement, and government agents alike, adapting quickly to the concrete jungle. His arsenal included a biomask with multiple vision modes, wrist blades, a plasma caster, a combi stick, a smart disc, and a net gun. Alone in unfamiliar terrain, he even used a medical kit to treat his own wounds, clear proof of his adaptability. City Hunter's style was defined by agility and a preference for close-quarters combat. He made clever use of his surroundings, turning the urban sprawl into his hunting ground. His actions in Los Angeles served as a rite of passage, pushing his skills to the limit during confrontations with the LAPD and OWLF, Otherworld Lifeforms Task Force. But his reign was short-lived. Ultimately, he was killed by Detective Mike Harrigan, who used the Predator's own smart disc against him. In a moment of rare respect, the elder Predator, Greyback, presented Harrigan with a flintlock pistol from 1715, acknowledging the human's victory. City Hunter's legacy lies in his redefinition of what a hunting ground can be. After him, it became clear. The hunt isn't confined to jungles or distant planets. It can thrive amidst the concrete and chaos of human civilization. Captive Predator, the beast in the biosphere. In the 1998 one-shot Predator Captive, written by Gordon Rennie with art by Dean Ormston, the narrative shifts from the traditional hunter's perspective to that of the hunted. Set within a high-tech biosphere in the Nevada desert, the story follows billionaire industrialist Tyler Stern, who, driven by obsession, captures a Yautja to study its behavior in a controlled environment. The unfortunate predator is stripped of its freedom and placed under constant surveillance, as Stern seeks to dissect its instincts and tactics. However, as the story unfolds, the lines between captor and captive begin to blur. Despite being imprisoned, the Yautja remains a formidable presence. Soon enough, the tables begin to turn, as the Predator challenges the very concept of control. Armed with its standard arsenal of wrist blades, cloaking device, and plasma caster, it adapts quickly to its confinement. Because this isn't some circus animal, these beings possess resilience and intelligence, and no one can truly suppress a Predator's nature, even in the most restricted settings. Captive offers genuine psychological depth with its exploration of obsession. It delves into fresh themes of power dynamics and the illusion of control, suggesting that the attempt to dominate nature can often prove more dangerous than nature itself. Nazi Hunter Predator, the ghost you never saw coming. Alright, this one's straight out of left field, and that's exactly why it deserves a spot on this list. The Nazi Hunter Predator comes from Predator Demon's Gold, a short comic released by Dark Horse in 1995, written by Ron Mars with art by Claudio Castellini. This story may not get the same spotlight as the franchise heavyweights, but it absolutely deserves our attention, and here's why. Set during World War II, this Predator stalks Nazis in the freezing woods of Eastern Europe. A small group of SS soldiers hiding out with stolen gold begin to vanish one by one. But it's not Russian snipers picking them off. It's our Yautja, moving like a ghost with dreadlocks, eliminating targets in precise surgical fashion. Classic shoulder cannon? Check. Thermal vision? Check. Wrist blades? You bet. And while most predators seek out worthy prey, this one is simply cutting down war criminals. Fans have dubbed him the Nazi Hunter Predator, and honestly, the name fits perfectly. He's basically a horror icon no one talks about. The artwork amplifies the mood. Cold, dark, tense, and relentless. It almost feels like Predator meets Inglourious Bastards, and we're totally here for it. So yeah, the Nazi Hunter barely gets mentioned in the larger Predator lore, but if there's any Yautja who deserves more respect, it's this silent, shadowy executioner who brought the pain to some of history's worst villains. South China Sea Predator, the silent storm with a body count. Now, here's a predator barely anyone talks about, mostly because it never got the comic or movie treatment. But don't let that fool you. The Yautja from Predator South China, a novel by Jeff Vandermeer, is a straight-up terror in camouflage. This predator might not have a name fans chant at cons, but what it does have is an absolutely insane kill count, and some of the coldest, most calculated tactics in the entire franchise. Set on a remote island in the South China Sea, cut off from civilization and sweltering in heat, we meet this predator. It stalks humans like it's playing chess 5 moves ahead, blending strategy and psychological warfare, all wrapped in mandibles and dreadlocks. What makes this one special for starters is its ability to take out both heavily armed soldiers and hardened criminals without breaking a sweat. It adapts fast and hits hard, using cloaking, smart disc, plasma caster, and those classic wrist blades with surgical precision. There's even a brutal underwater kill that proves just how versatile and relentless this Yautja really is. Its approach is almost clinical, observing human weaknesses, then striking with cold efficiency. Unlike other predators who hunt for the thrill, this one feels colder, more detached, like a force of nature operating on code we'll never fully understand. And while the novel didn't make a splash in the mainstream, fans who did read it never forgot this beast. It's a shame more people don't talk about it because it definitely earned its kills. Unnamed Predator, LV-426, the one who walked in hell. Alright, imagine this. You're a Yautja, a battle-hardened hunter, and instead of choosing an easy planet or weak prey, you decide to walk straight into the deadliest hive of xenomorphs on LV-426, aka the place that turns even hardened marines into meat in minutes. That's exactly what this unnamed predator did in the Aliens vs. Predator Deadliest of the Species comic series, and it's why this character deserves way more recognition. He doesn't have a name, he doesn't have a dramatic backstory, but what he does have is raw courage and and unmatched skill. Oh, and let's not forget, his kill streak is enough to humble most other Yautjas. His first appearance is in The Deadliest of the Species #1, released by Dark Horse Comics in the early 1990s. Even among the chaos of hybrids, xenomorph queens, and complex politics, this predator is the one to watch. He goes toe-to-toe with xenomorphs, battling his way through an infested complex, even forming uneasy alliances with humans when it serves survival. But don't get it twisted, this Yautja isn't some noble warrior. He's brutal, like death in armor. A lone hunter on a suicide mission he refuses to lose. His arsenal includes the usual predator gear: plasma caster, wrist blades, cloaking device, but it's his strategy and presence that deserve the real praise. Even without speaking a word, he commands attention. And honestly, the fact that he doesn't have a flashy name or tragic origin only adds to his legend, because sometimes the most dangerous predators are the ones who stay in the shadows and just get the job done. Betcar, the legendary flame wielder. Betcar is one of the most overlooked, yet historically rich predators in the expanded universe. He first appears in Predator Homeworld 1999, published by Dark Horse Comics and written by Jim Vance, with illustrations by Guy Davis. Honestly, Betcar feels like a mythic warrior ripped straight from the early days of Yautja civilization. There's an almost spiritual weight to his presence, reinforced by his deep connection to ancient traditions and a strict sense of honor. He arrives on Earth in the midst of a strange and brutal mystery involving hybrid creatures and a secret Yautja genetic experiment gone wrong. Amidst all the chaos, Betcar emerges as a stoic force of order and judgment, stepping in not just to hunt, but to cleanse dishonor. He stands apart due to his heavy armor and rare use of fire-based weaponry, specifically a flame projector. The fire motif isn't just flair, it reflects his symbolic role as a purifier, punishing those who've betrayed the sacred codes of the hunt. Betcar feels less like a lone wolf and more like an ancient executioner. He doesn't speak much, but every action he takes carries weight. Many fans overlook him, likely because Homeworld wasn't a blockbuster comic, but those who have read it remember Betcar's haunting presence. He's one of the few predators whose legend could be told around a Yautja clan's campfire, one who burns away shame, a living myth who deserves way more spotlight than he gets. Smiley, the predator with a deadly smile. Don't let the nickname fool you, Smiley isn't a friendly hunter. He's one of the most bizarre and dangerously unpredictable predators ever introduced, first appearing in Predator Xenogenesis 1999, a Dark Horse comic series written by Ian Edgington, with art by Mel Ruby. Smiley is an anomaly by Yautja standards. He gets his name from the haunting grin carved into his biomask, which is as symbolic as it is unsettling. Smiley hunts with a twisted sense of joy, almost like a slasher villain. While most Yautja maintain discipline and honor, Smiley is a bloody wild card. He's in it for the mayhem, and that makes him far more terrifying. In Xenogenesis, he's part of a strike team, but his actions quickly stand out for their sheer brutality. Smiley is not just savage, he's strategic, enjoying the fear he spreads as much as the kills themselves. He's equipped with dual wrist blades, cloaking tech, and the usual plasma cannon, but he prefers up-close kills, where the panic is personal. Smiley also raises disturbing questions within Predator lore. What happens when a Yautja doesn't follow the rules? He is the answer, and it's not pretty. He's wildly underrated, mostly because he hasn't appeared in any movies and Xenogenesis wasn't a massive hit, but fans who know him see him for what he is, the Joker of the Yautja race, cunning, chaotic, and absolutely terrifying. Marvelous verdict. And that's it for our list today. By now it's pretty clear that just because they don't get the headline doesn't mean they haven't bled and conquered with the same ferocity, sometimes even more. So if you've been sleeping on these names, now's the time to dig deeper. And who knows, the next time one of them steps out of the shadows, it might be your name on the trophy wall. Do let us know your favorite ones in the comments below. And if you like this breakdown, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel for more such lists. Until then, stay sharp and stay safe. We'll see you in the next one.